Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this figure showcase we're going to be having a look at the 1988 Decepticon Seawing. He was one of 6 seacons and they combined to form Piranhacon, which is the large combiner to the left of the screen. However, if you lived in Japan, his name was changed and he was known as King Poseidon, and you can probably just read that just at the top left hand screen there on the box. So as I say, he was one of 6. There were 5 little limbs, and these were the same modes as the Scramble City, so he could be either leg or either arm. And actually they had another mode as well, which most people tend to forget, and that was a Target Master mode. That means that you could literally turn into a gun, which you can see on the right hand side there. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at the figure, his alternate modes, and then we'll have a look at the packaging as well that I've got him that he came in. So as I say, there he is, Seawing. Nice small robot there. Massive weapons. As I say, the weapons actually combine as well, which you can see later on in a second. For the robot mode, it is small, it is blocky, and again that's not the main gimmick. The main gimmick of this is, and even more so, more impressive, that not only can he transform to be any of the limbs, but he could also be a gun as well. So his alternate mode is like a robotic manta ray, which is there, and you can see the weapons now you can put underneath each wing. Again, these are quite blocky, but I like the idea of the fact that they're all sort of sea monsters. It's quite original, you know, they hadn't done anything like that at the time. And as I mentioned just, there he is in his gun mode. So a lot of people tend to forget this, but all of the seacons, the smaller bots, the limbs, could all do this. They could all transform into a gun which could be held by Piranhacon there. So you see I've combined the 2 guns there for the lasers at the front. That's a nice feature. So as I say, they're individual underneath the wings, and they're individual in his hands. If you're looking to get one of these yourself, and it's going to sound really silly and quite obvious, but there's 2 things. You really need that stand which falls out on his chest as he falls over, because if you want him to be an arm, he's going to need it to attach into the shoulder, and obviously if you want him to be a gun, he's going to need it to fold out to be able to fit in the combiner's hand. And then of course you need the head as well, because that's going to attach into the legs. So as I say, really quite obvious, I know, but you never know, sometimes you can't tell, especially if you're buying it and it's in the alternate mode. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at some of the packaging. So I haven't got any of the Hasbro packaging, unfortunately. I've only got the Takara stuff, and I've already mentioned, as I say, that they changed the name of the combiner to King Poseidon instead of Piranhacon, but they also changed his name as well. So that says clerken or kraken, however you want to describe it. We've got the D there for D134, so that means he was Destron 134. And as I said, this was released in 1988, and although there was no cartoons running in the US or the UK, in Japan they still had the Super God Master Force cartoon running. And if I turn it round, that's what the artwork on the back is. And what I'll do is I'll just turn the big gift set around, because it's much more visible to have a look there. So as I've just mentioned, it was the Super God Master Force cartoon, and that was the time of the Power Masters, or the God Masters as they were known in Japan. And you can see there you've got the Pretender robots as well. A great piece of artwork, and to be honest, as I say, a great figure, although not the most impressive, and the transformation is actually obviously very, very simple. But the fact that not only was he able to transform into the limbs of Piranhacon or King Poseidon, the fact that they were all able to turn into a gun as well made these stand out as a really great combiner team, as I'm sure you'll agree. So there he is, Seawing, part of Piranhacon or King Poseidon. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. Let me know which other figures you want to showcase, and subscribe for more.